Hey everybody! The purpose of this video is to get us some solutions to the poor pay double in taxes quiz that greeted me a couple days ago. Anyway, I told you to go ahead and read this article, and we'll get to that in a second. It says, after the reading the first paragraph, and if you notice the headline, what does the above tagline, poor pay double in taxes, refer to? Okay, so if you actually click on this, it says middle and low income Americans are facing far higher state and local taxes than the wealthy. Okay, so far so good. In all the analysis by the nonpartisan blah 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 blah, more than twice the effective tax local tax rate. Okay, now make sure you understand the difference. The headline says poor families pay double the state local tax rate of the rich. So you caught that, right? But on the image back here, it actually says poor pay double in taxes. Those are not the same statements. Those are not the same statements at all. Yes, the tax rate on the poor, according to this source, was 10.9%, and the tax rate on the rich was 5.4%, which is essentially half of 10.9%. But that's not what the word tax means. Remember, I looked it up down here. Tax, a sum of money demanded. Sum of money, not a percent of a sum of money demanded, but a sum of money demanded. So this question number one, it refers to the fact that the poor have, according to this source, twice the tax rate, not twice the tax burden. Okay, that's a small distinction in words and a huge distinction in context. All right, down here it says, suppose someone earning $28,500 annually pays the 10.9 income tax, and $500,000 annually pays 5.4. You can read up here as to where I'm pulling these numbers from. How much tax in dollars does each person actually pay? So we're going to go ahead and use Google to do this for us. $28,500 times 0.109 comes to be about $3,107. That's what the poor pay. And the rich, on average, are going to pay $500,000 times, what was our tax rate? 5.4%. 054. They're paying 27 grand. 27 grand. So far so good. That was these two guys right here. Now, I'm going to try to see if maybe they weren't talking about tax rate. Maybe they think that sorry about that, guys. Maybe they mean the total tax burden is double. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how many poor families and rich families using the same definitions that I've got linked up here. So we got 12.6 million poor and 1.3 million rich. So I'm going to go back to these figures here. And I'm going to take that. I forget what the number was already. 12 point something million. 12.6. 12.6 million. I have enough zeros there? I do. All right, and that gives me about, what is that? $39 billion in taxes paid by the poor. That's using the averages. Okay, so now using the rich families, 1.3 million. I'm going to take this 1.3 million times that, and that gives us about 35 billion. So compare that now. The poor pay 39 billion, the rich pay 35 billion. So by a raw amount, yes, they pay 4 billion more in total, but that is hardly double. So I think what the problem I have with that headline is that poor do not pay double in taxes, no matter how you look at it, whether you look at their individual tax burdens on average or their combined total tax burdens on average. They do not pay double. It's something that Warren Buffett started years and years ago when he said, my secretary pays more in taxes than I do. No, false. Your secretary does not pay more in taxes than you do. You probably pay more in tax in 1 month, Warren Buffett, than your secretary earns in a decade. Okay? What she might have, though, because you are slick and clever and know how to work the tax system, is she probably has a higher effective tax rate, which is what they're talking about here. But, of course, nowhere in this headline is the word rate used, which is why I think it's misleading. Okay, hope that helped, and we'll see you in class.